Sorry about that, people. That's not gonna like. Hello. Hello, ladies. Ladies, it's not your fault that you're getting abused. It's the a-holes. Welcome to my chat on Monday evening at 7:37 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time. Good evening. Your host is Tom, coming from Clark County, Indiana. I'm between the 16 and the 19-mile marker of I-65. I'm close to Louisville, Kentucky, but I'm in the northern part of Clark County. So I hope everybody's having a good old time tonight. Now, I screwed up because I was trying to do some things and I got disconnected. That's what happens when you're playing with buttons and you don't know what you're doing. I want to give a big shout out to StreamYard. That's what you all seeing right now on YouTube. I'm using StreamYard. I'm using the free version of it, which is 20 hours a month. You got it from $19 a month up to $100 a month. I got something for your inventors at StreamYard. I'm 70 plus years old. I don't know how to copy. I don't know how to paste. So it'd be easier if you could do a setup. You know, like you're in flight. I know you got to copy and paste. I was showing how to do that, but still, I can't get it in my computer brain. The memory kind of screwed up. Could you do something like us old people? Like if there's somebody in the comments and you want to bring up them on your screen, can you have like invite to or invite to or something like that, where you click on the person that's in your comment and bring them up here? You know, I missed your live stream last night. For some reason, I didn't get when you came live for some reason. I don't know, my computer's kind of getting old. And my time keep getting screwed up. So that's what I'm trying to, you know, I need help. I know Trance Beware helped me. I got it written down on paper. But I need something easier. Us old people, we're not that smart. And when we was young, we didn't have computers in the 50s and 60s like the kids does nowadays. So it'd be nice if you could help us old people out. You two young men I saw in StreamYard video last night. You know, kind of make it a little bit easier for us old people. You know, it'll help us out. You inventors out there, invent these programs for your cell phone or to live stream. Can you make it easier for us old people? You know, I would love to, do it. But, I'm 70 plus years old, got medical problems. Maybe instead of 20 hours a month, maybe make it 30 hours a month. That's 1 hour a day. But like I say, StreamYard.com, I would love to have you all help me out figure this out. Something it's simple. I know you younger people out there knows how to copy and paste this and that. And thanks to Triumph, beware. He's a very young, knowledgeable young man. I got it written down on paper. And my problem is you need something easier for us old people. At least over 40, 50 years old, maybe 60. I'm 70 plus. And I don't know how to copy. I've been reading and reading, watching videos. I just can't remember all this crap because I'm 70 plus years old. Got what they call early Alzheimer's or inherit Alzheimer's. And I didn't know you can inherit that. I done had 2 doctors in my lifetime tell me about that inherit Alzheimer's. And ladies, I want to make it a point. Ashley, if you on there, keep telling people, and Samantha, your sister, and your brother Tommy, he has a good name. Because that's my name. It's a good name to be proud of. You need to tell your stories better. No, I see 2 people didn't stay in there long. That's okay. They didn't like my content. That's how come I ask your people out there to help me. To help me do a better live stream. Yeah, you need to help me out. Out there to help me out. So, hey StreamYard, if you're sitting there, I'm asking for your all's help. I'm 70 years old. So, So I'm going to end it with some good music. So here we go. Hello, Noreen Snyder. Yeah, I'm not trying to give up, but man, when you don't know how to do stuff, like I say, if it wasn't for some of the people on YouTube, I wouldn't have like a studio mic with the V8 sound card that was shipped to me. I wouldn't have the tripod for a cell phone. Back in February, I think it's the 18th, I've done a video on a car wreck. And like I said, I'm 70 years old. I've seen a bunch of car wrecks. I've seen people burn up in them. I've seen people die. I've seen people burn up in the house. And, it gets to me. I went to that wreck up there close to my house, which was about the 23.5. That's what they call the county line between Clark County, Indiana, and Scott County, Indiana. There's two vehicles involved, both SUVs. I think the one that the old couple was in was a Ford. I think the young people I think it was a Kia. And the old man and old lady was out walking around, which I think that was a mistake. I want to let you people know, when you get hit in the rear end or have a wreck, don't get out of your vehicle unless it's smoking. This old couple was walking around before the police got there, the ambulance, fire trucks, the EMT, paramedics. So I got off of that old couple, turned over to the young couple. And by that time, the Scott County Sheriff got there and helped the young lady out. Then I got away from it because of a young child, teenager, I guess, maybe 9 to 13 years old. So I got away from it. I showed some countryside and all this. And time I turned back around to the old man, he was on the ground. I know what happened. He had a heart attack. But I haven't got any updates. It's been over a month. I heard one person died. It had to be the old man, but I haven't seen nothing on Twitter from the Indiana State Police, which would be District 45, which is Salisbury, Indiana State Police. There was nothing on their website on Twitter. There's nothing on it on Scott County Sheriff's Department website, so I can't confirm it, but I say he probably died. I don't know. I can't confirm it, so. But thanks to this YouTuber, he got me a tripod where I can put my cell phone on it, where I don't have to, move it up and down, back and forth. And since I was 70 plus years old, 4 heart attacks, diabetes, high blood pressure, and something about my throat. I went to the doctor last Friday, and he sent me over to another doctor who they got hospital. It's a hospital where they run the scope down your throat. That's in May. And I'm just hoping it's not cancer. I had it for years. You know, I can go to like Arby's, get me a roast beef. You know, I tell everybody the truth. I ain't got nothing to hide. You know, I don't want anybody to feel sorry that if, I don't know, Noreen Snyder, I knew some people by that name. It was from Charlestown, Indiana. It was Mabel, Bobby, and some girls. Mabel died years and years ago. They used to live off of Highway 3 there in Charlestown. Her name was Mabel. And see, Bobby, I think there was Roy, Bobby. There was some girls too. I can't remember their names. But Bobby got in a car wreck and paralyzed from the waist down. I don't know if you any kin to them Snyders or not in Charlestown. Then there was well, he's not a boy, he's a man. I think his name was Fred, I'm thinking. To me, he was a smart aleck. He was a straight A student when I was in school back in his younger days. Okay, you know, because, you know, that's a common name. You know, you could be a distant cousin. But Fred, you know, he was a very smart young man back when he was in school. And me, when I know now at 70 plus years old, I wish I put my brain into it. And that's the problem. I didn't put my brain into it because I've seen how them straight A students treat people that wasn't up in their class. You know, my dad and mom made pretty good money. Dad was an insurance agent. He was a mason of 226. Yeah, I know where Columbia City is. Oh, you down there. I hope you ain't around Otters Creek. You know where that is in Florida? Otters Creek, I think, only got 100 people in it. If you've been watching What the Hells, he does mostly videos. He does videos on buying storage lockers. He does help people out. Sometimes he buys the lockers and give it back to the family. Last year at Christmas time, they had Christmas in Alders Creek. Well, let's see, Lake Wells. Have I been there? No, I've been to Green Cove, Florida, Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville I think that's where the fort is. I've been there twice when I was little and when I was going to school down there in Jacksonville. And I like Florida because I was living in a motel, I guess Green Cove. I guess it's Green Cove, that motel there. This is a long time ago. There was a school across the street, if I remember right. Up the street, I believe was the high school. I was on a CB radio back there then. I said, where's all these friendly girls? This one young lady got in there. She had twin daughters. I can't remember her name. She took me out. Oh, Polk County. Well, hello, Josh. Welcome, Miss Snyder in there from Polk County, Florida. She's new tonight. So God bless you there, Noreen. I think I got it right. I hope I did, because I don't want a woman to beat the heck out of me. That wouldn't be the first time. At least I meant it. And my day went pretty good since she's new. Well, Noreen, I'm going to do something for you. Since you got 82 subscribers, since you came up here, I'm going to subscribe to your videos. Anybody that comes up here, and I will subscribe to your channel to help you out. Just like if you subscribe to my channel, it gets us both closer to 1,000 subscribers. You know, so I clicked on you, subscribe. When I hit the bell, I hit it again, where then I went up and get all notifications. That way I get all the notifications. Thank you. God bless you, Noreen. And like I said, I don't know if I done said, that shows you how a guy is 70 years old. You ain't gonna believe how much money I get a month. It's hard to live on. I get between $800 and $900 a month. I know it's hell to live on. Excuse my French, people. You gotta have a budget. Boy, you don't look like it. That must be your grandbaby in the picture with you. Yeah, Josh is up in his 60s. You see, I like to get more older people up here, because us old people, we get bored. Okay, what I did, I used to live in Charlestown, Indiana years ago. We had, if you remember Duke of Hazzard, you remember how crooked. That's right. I just made you old. Really, Josh? If I turned around backwards, you'd be 63. So, you know how Boss Hogg was on Duke of Hazzard. That's how this mayor was at Charlestown. We had what they called the Pleasant Ridge subdivision. Them houses were built in the 40s by the United States Army, because we had a powder plant where they make things for those big guns that during the Korean War, World War I, II, and so on, Vietnam War, and all this. I was what they call a tire. You know, you dump in bags in, and You have to tie 'em. You have to wear the good heavy duty gloves or you have blisters on your hand. But, even Josh's age or yours, Normarine, you can buy a house. And I've done a couple of videos through the USDA. If you got farmland where you live, you probably got a USDA. It's based on your income. What counts as income? Your monthly check you get. If you get food stamps, if you get child support, alimony, or babysitting money, that counts as income. And going through the USDA, it probably would be cheaper because your house payment is based on your income. I know you got HUD, your bank, what's it, FHA, USDA, and all this. And you do, if you're a first-time home buyer, you're going to have to take your first-time home buyer course. But here's the difference between rent and owning. You're renting, your landlord fixes everything up. As a homeowner, you have to do that. And also, you get a real estate agent. He or she will help you out. And once you get your voucher, you get 3 vouchers from USDA. I'm talking about when I've done my USDA, that the first voucher was 45 days. Number 2 was 30 days. Number 3 is 30 days. They give you about 100 and some odd days to find a house. And also, you got to come up with your first year homeowner's insurance. Well, at the time, I didn't have it. At least I had a good real estate agent. And he asked his boss, can we do that? I said, yes. And there was 2 applications. The first application I got was the 1 page. You send that back to USDA. Then they send you a 10 page. It might be more, it might be less. And for credit reference, like if you live in a city, you need, you say 13 months of your water and sewage bill, about 13 months of your electric bill. If you heat with gas, you need about 13 months. Like this. And then you have to give them $25. That's how it was back there over 5 years ago. It could be more. But you get that back at closing. Also, for first-time homeowners, you need what they call title insurance. It's probably around $100, $150. That was back there then. That goes with you. If you sell your house, that goes with you when you leave. What that does, which your real estate agent can explain it to you. And it protects you. Say you got a Karen that lives next door. You got a fence up. Karen said, your fence is on my property, this and that. That'll save you from getting a lawyer. USDA is kind of like not in the city. Mostly the suburbs is out in the country. I'm out in the country. I love it. It's peace and quiet. I can go walking. I go the motorcycle up on the main road. But, you want to get that. Inspections. The state, it depends what state you're in. Some states that their inspectors have to be licensed by the state. You can look at Mark Holmes, something like it. He's on YouTube. He's kind of inspector. Here's some red flags to look at, people, for your first-time home buyers. Make sure that they are licensed. How many houses have they built? How many commercial buildings have they built? Electrician, the same thing. Plumbers, your air condition and heat people. That's questions to ask. You want to check that, when you go look at a new house, it got a freshly paint job. And maybe there's no reason for it. If it's an old house, like mine was built in the 40s, it had to be checked for lead paint. And you also want to check for asbestos in the house. So, you want to look at stuff. And what's the other stuff they call radon? I think is what it is. Sorry for your loss. I'm just giving you a few things. You could take a first-time home buyers course on a computer, but I think you have to make at least 65. You can check in your neighborhood, your state. If anybody's close to you that can give you a home buyers course. Like here, it was Community Action, which they pay people's utility bills, heating, gas bill, electric bill, stuff like that. And now I think who took him over here in Indiana was OVO, I think. Whatever it is in your state, people. I'm trying to help out, but I had to do a few things, My house payment is cheaper than what my rent is. My rent used to be $350 a month in Charlestown. But every place you go now for rent wants $1,200 to $1,500 a month. I can't afford that on $800 to $900 a month. When you live on a budget, you got to stick to that budget. And I changed my Medicaid, Medicare. I've changed all that to, I think it's Anaheim or something like that. You get a card, kind of like a debit card, about $100 and something a month to buy groceries, what they call healthy food, not ice cream, donuts. To them, that's not healthy. You got to pay extra for that. Then they paid $50 a month on your electric bill or your gas bill, however you want to use it. And if you want to look for houses, if you all want to look at houses, if you are going to buy houses, you've got a bunch of apps you can download on your phone, the same thing that your real estate agent use, like Zillow, Zillow, that's one. The other one, I always get this screwed up. Sorry, people. Truly, or something like it. You know, you download it on your cell phone, put in your zip code. You can find houses it's in that zip code if you want to buy. That's one I did. In this house, I looked up, I was down to my third voucher. And I didn't want to get this far out in the country, but I'm glad I did. And I love it. You know, I got some nice neighbors, maybe 500 feet, 1,000 feet away from me. I like living out in the country. It's peaceful. There's no street lights. You know, it's quiet. And you people, you can do videos, cooking shows, or you working out in the garden. I know Noreen probably has grandkids. And if you got grandkids or children, you know your husband's medical history, family history. You all know the woman knows her medical history. Your children and your grandkids, great grandkids, they need to know the family history. You know, when I got sick and ended up going to the hospital, even when I had my tonsils out when I was little, they want to know the family history. I said, well, I'm adopted. But knock on wood, I live everybody on my dad's side of the family. They die between 60 and 65 years of a heart attack, stroke, or whatever. So I outlived them, knock on wood. Oh, sorry you ain't got any kids, but sometimes I wish I didn't have any, but I love my children. You can do videos working out in the flower garden, you know, tulips or rose bushes, this and that. Something about your life. You know, I talk about everything. You know, the only time I live stream in my vehicle if I'm going to the doctor or take one of my children to their doctor. You know, that's the only time, unless they have a car wreck close to me. You know, house fires, you know. I haven't been to a house fire this year, not in my neighborhood. At least you save some money, but you're not having any kids. God got something special for you. You know, maybe a grandmother of some kids, or maybe a teacher or something like that. You know, there's all kinds of things that you could teach those young kids. Since you're not that much younger than me, you probably can teach the young generation how to can food out of their garden. I wish I paid most attention to my grandmother and my mother when they canned their stuff out of the garden. I hated those kind of picking apple trees. We had 2 apple trees in the yard. I got tired of eating applesauce, apple butter, apple pies. That's about every day of the week. But I do eat apples. They were canned tomatoes. They were canned corn, beets, pickles. And funny thing about it, people, I bet you really do write good poetry. You know, but like I say, if you live out in the country, you can have chickens. You have fresh eggs. Because your chickens' eggs probably taste better than what you get in a grocery store, because you don't know what they feed their chickens. And my chickens during this time of the year, or when you can get watermelon, cantaloupe, get fruit, they love fruit. And I like those eggs until the bandit. I know I am, Josh. We got to be nice at our old age. You know, when I was younger, I was a bad boy. Drinking alcohol, smoking marijuana, but thanks to God, I've been sober 25 plus years. I can't beat that. I don't miss it. You know, because I couldn't afford alcohol. Not one a case of beer cost about $30 for a case of beer. The last case of beer I bought was less than $2. Cigarettes back there then was maybe 30 to 45 cents a pack. And I can't afford none of that stuff that they do, what they charge for everything. But as you all know, I'm a kitty cat lover. I've got one tomcat in here. He's a half a tomcat. And I think 6 female cats that hasn't been operated on. Out in the living room, I got 4 tomcats out there, but they're full-blooded tomcats. I got John Wayne, Tiger, Rooster, and Timothy McGee. Yes, people, Timothy McGee after NCIS. I watch it quite a bit. And outside cats, I got a mama and 4 babies that she brought over in 22. Well, Blackie, she's a grandma. They all had babies last year.
And I've seen one of her daughters, she done dropped her baby somewhere. Probably not in the same place as she did the last two litters. Cause pretty girl, she had her babies up there by the porch between the wall and underneath the porch, or underneath the steps. And one of Blackie's granddaughters, I say about another couple of weeks, she'd be popping out a few babies. But it's nice of Grandma Blackie. She took care of her grandbabies last year. She fed them, gave them a bath, teach them how to catch birds. She would give them some birds. She would catch a mouse to teach them how to catch a mice. So knock on wood, this year, I haven't seen any mice in the house. Outside, they brought me a birdie. They brought me a mouse. Probably a mold. You know, if you live out in the country, you gotta have cats, but I got too many. But at my old age, they keep me company. You figure dry cat food is about $100 a month. I try to buy the 44-pound bag or bigger. Where I used to get it at Tractor Supply, they went from 20-something to $31. I couldn't afford that. If you buy the Yum Mix, they eat that like it's going out of style. I try to get some off-brand where you put a cup of food in the pan, it'll last them all day and most of the night, or some of the next morning. I gave the outside cats some canned cat food with fish flavor. I try to be nice because the man upstairs got something planned for me. I bought me a Powerball and Mega Million ticket Friday. Didn't win nothing. So I bought me a Powerball and a Mega Million today. You know, if I won that, there'd be all kinds of people come knocking on my door. I said, well, you didn't want me before. I didn't have any money. The only reason you want me now is because I got money. But what I would do with some of that money, buy some more property to the west side. I think it's maybe an acre, maybe two. I think he would sell it and get somebody to cut all those trees down, get some dirt and start raising the dirt up over there, and donate some money to St. Jude's. You know, St. Jude's, because those is God's children. And the other one for your... And another thing is the Shriners. I guess you got Shriners in your city where they help kids out. You know, to me, a kid's life is just getting started. Like I say, I'm not a doctor. Don't have any degrees in chemistry or nothing like that. Chemistry wasn't my good subject. You know, the water we drink got chemicals in it. The food we eat got chemicals. I believe that's how we're getting cancer. Our body, immune system is breaking down. That's my opinion. There's people out there saying, no, no, that's not true. But you look at the people that born in 1911 in that time frame, they lived a long time because you didn't have all these chemicals in their food. Like my grandpa, he didn't use fertilizer in his garden. He threw his table scraps in there, coffee grounds, stuff like that. If he went fishing, he threw everything that was left over from the fish in the garden. And he had a good garden, like potato peels, banana peels, anything else like that. He always threw that in his garden. He had a good garden. Because I just believe it myself that our bodies can only take so much for everything to break down. It's only my opinion. Here's Alexi. Say hi, everybody. My name's Alexi. My mama's name is Alex. Ain't that right? You got your motor turned on. Can you get over by your step grandpa? Get over by socks? I see your grandma and mama's over here sleeping. She's a pretty good girl. I think she's coming out of a hunting for a husband. I like it when they get in that stage, you know, they're real lovable, but they don't go around meow, 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 but they're pretty good. Like if she gets close to Alex gets kind of mad at her, hiss at her, swat at her, but Grandma Margaret, she takes on all the baby. Oh, Blackie must be behind me. Yeah, Blackie and Nancy behind me. Because Blackie is Wildcat. Wildcat kind of looks like Alex. I call her Wildcat because when she was a baby, when I found her in the ditch close to my house, I thought maybe she was a bobcat, but her tail's too long, but maybe her daddy was a bobcat because she is a strange kitty cat. She like, leave me alone, don't touch me, this and that. You know, that's how she is. You got your motor on, Alex? I mean, Lexi? Hmm? And Timothy McGee kind of looks like Alexi, you know, kind of like, oops, you're going to fall off, throw off the bed. But you can see I'm a cat lover. So was my mom. You know, we had a cat. It was a gray tomcat. We called him Blue Boy. And, you know, when she died, when Mom died, she was 101. I don't know what my blanky blank brother done with those cats. They was half mine, half hers. But she's probably turning over in the grave because my brother broke the promise to her. But Karma's is a B word. But Blue Boy would say to my mom, he would sit there, you have to pay close attention. I always told my mom, I said, these kitty cats will talk to you like they're human. And Blue Boy would sit there at the bottom of her feet, and Blue Boy would say, out, out. And my mom said, did you hear what he said? I said, yes, Mom. He wants to go out. She'd get out of that chair, go to the door, let him out. You know, people, you got to pay attention to your animals. You know, you're not crazy if it sounds like your animal's talking to you like you're human. You just have to pay close attention. But Blue Boy, he was outside one day during the summer. He got hot. He had a heat stroke. So got him in the house, took him into the basement, put some water and canned food down for him. And he slept in the basement. It was cool in the basement in the summertime. You know, he had some good canned food and other stuff. And he got better. He started coming up the steps up to the living room, TV room. And you mentioned outside, he had to take off. He did not want to go outside. He knew he got sick when he went outside. So Blue Boy wouldn't go outside. You figure during the winter time when there was snow or it was cold, he would go outside. I said, Blue Boy, you want to go outside? You walk to the door, he would turn around. He wouldn't even go outside in the winter time because he almost died from a heat stroke. And I found another kitty cat. She was a calico cat. Found her at McDonald's in Charlestown. Somebody put her in a garbage can. Just a baby kitty cat. I wish I would have caught the SOB. I know one I would have done was my little thing on here. So took the calico cat home. First thing, that calico cat dead, and I told my mom where I found him. Said, what are we gonna name you? You just one lucky cat. When Mom said lucky, the cat went meow. I said, you want to be called Lucky? Meow. So she chose her own name. And Mom loved her to death. You know, Mom wasn't feeling good. They would jump up in her lap, make him pet her, you know. She might have been a little old, but she didn't have Alzheimer's or dementia like my blankety blank brother said. But she'd be in, after I fix supper, she'd be in there playing cards or read the afternoon paper, and she'll look at the clock. You know, it's time for Jeopardy and the other one that comes on after that. But just like in the morning time, she read the morning paper. She would look at the clock, said 9 o'clock, said, Tom, you better have it on the TV station, Perry Mason come on. She might have forgot a few things, but when it comes 9 o'clock, she knew that was Perry Mason. Then Matlock, the diagnosed murder. That was her shows in the morning time. She didn't have what my brother said. All he wanted to do was steal her money and kick me out of the house, which Mom had it fixed up, and my brother promised her that I could live in the house after she passed away. All I had to do was put the bills in my name. I had the bills in my name. Gas bill, electric bill, water and sewage bill, cable bill. I had all that in my name. Then she broke her hip, put her in rehab, and from there into a nursing home against her wishes. And I had the paperwork that I was in charge of everything. My dumb brother had me arrested and said that was forgery. And he knew blankety blank well it wasn't. It was notarized. And the guy said he did notarize it. Yes, he did. He said he had nothing to gain. Yes, he did. He would have lost my brother's insurance, car insurance, homeowner's insurance, and everything else. He had a lot to lose. But God will take care of those kinds of people. I know I'm missing something on TV at night. See, there's METV. Now, I know there's something coming. Maybe it comes on at 9 o'clock. So, you know what that means, people. I want to thank you there, Norma Jean. So, like I said, since you all hit the subscribe bell, sometimes I come on at 9 o'clock at night, sometimes 6 o'clock. And, there's some other YouTube channels I watch. What the Hell's, The Umbrella Guy, Megan Fox, the writer, she's a reporter. MG Law, which is a lawyer, comes on I think at nighttime. The Expert, he's part of MG Law's team. And if you ever watch like DUI guy, he's from Louisville, Kentucky. You see some of those YouTube when they're live, you got maybe 4 people on their screen. They're using StreamYard. And I kind of like it. I got the free version. That means 20 hours a month. But I'm not that smart. But thanks to Trance Beware, he told me how to do it. And how to copy, paste this and that. It's going to take me a while. I want to thank all you who has subscribed. And I want to thank you all that has donated the studio mic, the sound card, the tripod, the cable for my iPhone for the automobile, my cell phone holder for my cell phone when I'm live streaming in my vehicle. Like I said, StreamYard, it's kind of easy. You type it into your search engine, and it takes you step by step. if you want to use YouTube, you click on the YouTube and put your password in, and you can do that, or Instagram and so on. But I think you only do one stream at a time. I'm not sure of that, but the free version is only about 20 hours a month. I think it should be 30 hours a month. And like that. Oh, if you're on YouTube, you can type StreamYard into your YouTube, subscribe to their channel. I think they come live, on Sundays. I forget what time. You can learn more about StreamYard by watching videos. That's all I seem to do. If I'm not sleeping, I'm watching YouTube. My son peeked in on me. I said, all you had to do is wake me up. It's about, I don't know, hey, you leave my ink pen alone. I bet Lexi was up there on the table, up there playing with one of my ink pens. Ladies, if you notice, look, see, it's pink. See the pink? The pink is for your ladies. Yep. It's here it's 8:44 Eastern Daylight Savings Time. Daylight Savings Time. I think we went up, what was it, last Sunday? Something like that. So, I want to thank you all. Put you in a good spirit. Kind of helps you daydream, but don't daydream when you're driving. Believe in your dreams. Believe in your dreams that they might come true. Since it comes on at the PM. Comes on Sundays. I can never catch it. Either I'm sleeping or I forget about it. My cell phone says it's 11:13 a.m., which is not. Something like that, either 8 or 9. I forget when it comes on. I missed it last night, maybe about 15 minutes. But, StreamYard is but after the free version, if I looked at it right, is $19. That gives you a little bit more things to play with. And the high end is about $99. But until I figure out how to invite people up here, somebody has to be here with me that knows how to do it. I've watched videos. Sometimes I gotta watch video 20 times before it soaks into my brain. Or the man upstairs, God, showed me how to do it in my sleep. That's how come I said, believe in your dreams. I had this dream. I had it 3 times. Usually one time is all I dream about, but I dream it 3 times. That this person left me some property. It was way over 30,000 acres. Maybe 40,000. It covered 3 states. and they had underground homes like bunkers, but it was concrete, probably 3 feet thick. You didn't have no automobiles down there. You had them above ground. You had a grocery store. You have like golf carts, electric scooters, where you could go to the grocery store underground. The only catch was whoever had that left it to me, that I had to take in stray cats and dogs. You know, abused cats and dogs. That was the only thing. You can't kill none of them. And it had like for a TV room, it had like a movie theater. You had your big screen, you could watch your favorite TV shows. You had a grocery store that was underground. They had like a garage that a Pepsi truck pulled in. You leave that ink pen alone. And they would put a truck would pull in, then they'd lower it down to the floor. Then they use a forklift to take everything off the truck. Then they raise the floor back up, then the truck pulls off. As far as fresh eggs, they had chickens above ground, and you had your fresh eggs. You had your corn, and all those people canned their food. And I was rich, you know, in that dream. I was a billionaire. But I'm still waiting for that dream to come true. But it's only a dream. I dream it 3 times. Usually one time is all. So, people, if you're new on here, Josh and anybody else is sitting in the background, try StreamYard. Type it into your search engine. Do you need earphones? Yeah, it wouldn't help. It would help. Because if you got you invite people to your live stream, that way you can hear all of them instead of getting feedback. You can try the 20 hours free of StreamYard, 20 hours a month. I wish they'd do it 30 hours a month. That means you can do it 1 hour a day. I done went over an hour. So the next time I'm on here, I'll probably be on YouTube. Thanks to you, Pepsi Zero. I don't get paid by Pepsi. If you got diabetes, you know you can't have no sugar. I know they got something that to take the place of sugar, but that's worse for you, from what I've always been told. But if you don't like Pepsi, maybe they got your brand. And I didn't know who made Mug root beer, M-U-G root beer. That's made by Pepsi. I think maybe 2 weeks ago. Okay, here, Mug root beer, 0 sugar. I can't tell the difference between the regular root beer or the sugar-free. It tastes the same to me. But I want you all to take care of yourself out there. You know, listen to your doctors. If you got sugar problem and diabetes, listen to your doctor. If you got diabetes, you're probably going to a family doctor. Maybe, I don't know. But there's another name for that sugar doctor. You know, I forget the name my daughter told me, but I forgot the name of it. They specialize in diabetes. You wouldn't go to your family doctor if you have heart problems. You go to a heart doctor that deals with it all the time, just like a diabetic doctor. You need to I love StreamYard if I just figure out how to invite people. I know you go up there in your browser and you say like StreamYard.com/whatever that link is. You copy it and you paste it. You know, I've got it written down on paper, but I want StreamYard like you're in here, Normarine, that I click on your name. They need another button. Once I click on highlight your name, then I click a new button, then you'd be up on my screen. But in time, I will figure this out. It might take me days, weeks, or months to figure it out. But somebody will show me one day how to do it. That'd be okay. I don't know when, but none of my kids are that smart in computers for how to copy and paste. So I want to say goodbye. I love you all. Thank you all for subscribing to Tom Cartwright 4375, an old man that don't know nothing about StreamYard. But one day I will figure it out. Also, ladies, I know it's not your fault that you getting abused by that idiot. So I love you all. Peace, my friend. Hello and goodbye. I love you all. Good night.